Greetings, everyone. Thank you for coming to the info session today for the Hong Kong Economic Policy Challenge. We're very fortunate to have representatives from both EY and Bloomberg here. And so what I'm going to do is just first give a short introduction of what the HKEPC is. And then on top of that, I'll give a brief introduction for the goals of this challenge, what we hope to inspire everyone here to do. And then we'll have Professor Woo Young Lim to give a sort of an explanation of what we expect in terms of judging and the competition. After that, we will have the representatives of EY here to talk about the sort of housing market here in Hong Kong, their opinions on it. Then finally, we'll have representatives from Bloomberg to introduce the Bloomberg terminal, how you can use it to help your research, and so on and so forth. So thank you, and let's begin. So what is the Hong Kong Economic Policy Challenge? First of all, we started this competition because we realized there is a grave economic issue here in Hong Kong, and that is housing. It seems that year after year, we see housing prices continue to rise despite the government here taking actions to minimize that. And so we want to open up this challenge to encourage, excuse me, students here in Hong Kong in university, whether you study economics or public policy, to really address those issues and to contribute towards a better economic outlook for Hong Kong. And so here you can see our goals. Number one, for Hong Kong University students to develop a stronger understanding of economic conditions here in Hong Kong through research and proposal development. Two, to apply economic theories learned both inside and outside of classrooms in a practical manner. To promote cooperation and collaboration between university students, academia, industry professionals, and governmental entities. And then finally, to establish a basis where Hong Kong University students can share and develop their economic plans through competition. So these are the goals of the Hong Kong Economic Policy Challenge. And moving on from that, I also want to address a very important issue, which is team formation. So teams must consist of 2 to 4 individuals, with all individuals attending a Hong Kong tertiary educational institution. Team members may consist of students from different universities and different majors, as long as the previous requirement is met. Once a team is formed, they will have to register their team online to receive a team ID. And so the reason we do this team ID system is so that the judges will not have any bias when determining proposals and such. So when you submit your final deliverables, please make sure that any names, university insignia, or any other information that may cause bias is left out of your deliverable. And then finally, we strongly recommend that every team finds a supervisor in their respective economics or public policy department at their school to assist in their proposal development. Of course, this is not necessary. However, we strongly recommend it. So the submission and proposal review. There are 2 rounds of assessment and submission. So first of all, we have a round 1, which is where you'll submit that 12 slide deck deliverable. Regarding what's supposed to be in that proposal, that slide deck is on our website. You'll find more details there, but essentially it must be 12 slides, and that's not including references and the title slide. Following that submission, you will then receive an email confirming whether or not you'll go on to the final stage, which is the round 2. And of that round 2, there will be 6 teams to present in that final round, and that will take place at LSK here on Hong Kong University of Science and Technology campus. And during that final round, those 6 teams will present and defend those proposals in front of judges represented by EY and other individuals in the housing sector here in Hong Kong, as well as academia. And then after hearing all 6 proposals, the judges will convene and decide a winner of the challenge. So moving on from that, here is a brief overview of the competition timeline. So please ensure that when you are submitting your proposal, you get it in before January 3rd. It is absolutely essential you do that. There are also certain deadlines regarding team formation, particularly December 27th. That is the final deadline for your team formation. So there are 2 separate deadlines, one for team formation, which is December 27th, and one for the proposal submission, which is January 3rd. And the reason there are 2 separate deadlines is because for the team formation, if you want to participate but you don't have a team, it does take us time to allocate you towards a team. And so that's why that first deadline exists. And then finally, the grand finale, which takes place at LSK, will take place on February the 6th. So thank you again. If you have any questions or if you need any more details, please visit our website, www.hkepc.ust.hk. And I will now pass it on to Professor Woo Young Lim to discuss the judging criteria.